Where are you guys going? My guys? Hello? Oh my god, seriously? Not a nice day for Eden. She's just peeing herself round the back. Oh, okay, I suspect we are having a consequence. Hello from the void, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel and my Apocalypse Poison Garden save. Last time, Eden went on a date with Erwin, the conspiracy guy who has spent the last few weeks calling us constantly, and they're being super rude to us and negging us when we've seen him in person. So I was worried about that, but it actually went kind of well. They kissed, it was super romantic. You guys let me know in the comments that you kind of were into it, even though it's a little bit weird. So we're going to keep going, seeing how that plays out today. I don't know in the long term whether Eden's goals and her personality honestly are aligned with having like a long-term boo thing, but we're going to see how it plays out. We're going to see what comes next. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, give me a little thumbs up, consider subscribing, and maybe leave a comment with what you'd like to see. And now let's do the video. We're rejoining Eden as she jumps into the bin ahead of heading over to the squatter ruins to try and do some selling. It is a Wednesday evening and oh my god, the sky. It's so pretty. I don't think I've ever seen it do that in this neighbourhood before, but I love it. Anyway, we're just gonna sell the stuff we got. Our most expensive thing was a fossilised What's-It, which is like $200, so we'll say goodbye to that, but we're still gonna make $800. And now that we have most stuff at home, we don't really need to hang around the ruins, so instead we're gonna hop into town and hang out with Erwin. Now, it's only been 24 hours since our last date, but in Sims time to equivalent real time, that's kind of like a year. So this feels not too fast, and we are just going to have them continue to see what happens naturally. I queued up a flirty interaction for Eden to get them started, and miraculously, for the second time in a row, they are getting on. And I feel like Eden is definitely potentially a bit overexcited about it all, because she's been on her own since her mum died, and just completely lonely out in the world, like either like nomadically wandering around or at her gas station. So having found another loner, someone that I wouldn't say she like necessarily completely trusts him, but someone that she isn't afraid of, someone that she's not wary around, has to be kind of cool for her. And we are now also having a chat with this army official, which I don't feel so good about. But then Eden is definitely playing a little bit fast and loose and risky right now. She's back in town more and more, and she's obviously hanging out with Erwin on the regulars now. So that is a big change for her. And I don't know whether it's something that she's going to continue doing, but I guess definitely while she's solving Strangerville, she's going to need to talk to some people. And where are you guys going? My guys? Hello? Oh my god, seriously? Like, it's been half an hour and you've decided to woohoo in a bush? I mean, okay, I guess. I have pregnancy settings in my game so that there's no difference between woohoo and try for baby. It's just percentage based on like cycles and whether or not there's birth control. And it's the apocalypse, so I haven't got Eden on any birth control. So it wasn't my plan to have them do that, but I guess... okay, we'll see what happens. And Eden has decided to go back inside. I don't know where Erwin has gone. Maybe he got his goodies and was like, okay, I'm out. But she's back chatting to a lot of ghosts in this bar. I think they said it was ghost night. Also this military lady who is telling her that if she gets enough evidence, she could get a key card for the lower floors of the lab. We do need this sort of information. So let's try and get as much info out of this lady as possible so that we can maximize our effectiveness while minimizing our exposure. I don't know if any of these dead people will have anything to help us. Maybe they died in the accident at the lab. Maybe that's why there's so many dead people in Stranger Town and they're just like, it's fine, everything's completely normal, these people are meant to be colourful and see-through. Yep, all is good. But to be completely honest, I actually don't know where we get the 7 remaining pieces of evidence we need. I've asked this military lady lots of questions, but we don't seem to be getting any more insights, like anything I can add to my dossier. The villagers in Henford need help. Well, I want to know why the people in Henford don't seem to have been affected by the massive apocalyptic event that's going on here. But you're great, Harmony. Thanks for all of your sharing. I think given how tired and stinky and desperate for pee Eden is, we might just need to send her home now though. I think we've probably tapped out the most we can from this thing. Oh, my game's doing this annoying thing where it sticks in this hanging screen and it's on 3 times speed in the background, so time is passing, we're just not moving. I'm not sure how much time we're going to lose. Let's see when we make it back to Eden's house. 6 a.m? Seriously? We've lost 5 hours to that. 5 hours of game time. Travelling, I mean, I get that there may be traffic in the apocalypse, but 5 hours? That's super annoying because it's now morning time and she has not slept or done anything, and I hate that. It seems to be like a side effect of lag in my game. It doesn't really lag while I'm playing, but every time I move between screens, that happens. But I actually think I'm gonna cheat Eden happy and pretend she got her sleep, because I've made this game harder for myself in every conceivable way, and I have a lot of things I want to get her to do today. So obviously there's like loads of farm chores. I think pretty much everyone needs cleaning out, everyone needs feeding. I wanted her to update this stove to be fireproof, and she can't do that if she is real tired. So I'm just going to give myself a break for once and give her enough energy to get through her day in a way that I sometimes wish any omnipotent god might occasionally just, tap me on the head and be like, you're going to have a good day today. Have all of the energy. Wouldn't that be nice? What is nice is our oversized crops are coming along. They're down to 1, which means I think they're going to be big, which is exciting. Erwin is calling. Erwin, what do you want? You're going to get promoted at your work that is just you selling conspiracy stuff. I mean, sure, you go for it. You can just pat yourself on the back and say, you are now Queen Magister of the Curio Shop. I realised I hadn't actually used any of Eden's aspiration points because I've already got quite far in her aspirations, so I'm going to get some that will help with, if we're going to keep doing Strangeville, we're going to have to talk to a bunch of people and it doesn't come naturally to her. So I think if I give her I was thinking about independent because then she doesn't need social, but she can get social from her plants anyway. So if I give her incredibly friendly as well as perceptive, she can really quickly learn people's traits and have them like her, which will reduce the amount of time she needs to spend with people because she can essentially manipulate them super fast. Fine, I guess I'll put that trash in the bin. Rude. But for now, we're just going to buy those, and then we've got a load of house chores. Pretty much everything is broken. We have run out of food in the fridge, so I'm making a nafe. It's not a recipe I've tried before. Looks like it's some sort of dough thing, which is fun. I think we've actually also got some power, so we can cook things that aren't off the grid, which is nice. And then we will have to get back on Erwin. Do we want to go on a date? No, thank you. I feel like after the spur of the moment woohoo, Eden is potentially like, that probably wasn't the smartest choice, so maybe we should cool things off a bit, slow things down, just see what happens, see if there are any consequences of that before we go any further. And travelling in and out of Strangeville takes a lot of her time, and we have got stuff to do. We need to fix her water collector because that's broken. We just fixed her shower. Everything needs feeding, everything needs watering, everything needs caring for. Being a homesteader effectively is bloody exhausting work. So I'm afraid, Erwin, on this occasion we will not meet you in your colander, wherever it is you have in mind, because we got to keep ourselves alive. And okay, I suspect we are having a consequence because that was a tummy rub and a groan. We don't have any pregnancy-related moodlets at the moment, but I've never seen the baby rattle thought bubble and then not had the sim be pregnant, so that's kind of annoying. I was hoping we'd have that happen a little bit later. I kind of wanted to finish her aspiration. Yay, we got some herbalism still. We've also got to max herbalism, so yeah, we're a while off the things we need to do, and obviously the second you have a baby, there's so much more stuff that you have to take care of, and yeah, I wouldn't have planned to do that, but I do like to let my sims do what they choose to do, and then I deal with the consequences. And I think on this occasion we're just going to keep going as though we don't know anything is different until we actually get the moodlets, and probably until we're showing, because obviously there's not going to be access to pregnancy tests and stuff, so Eden probably wouldn't know for sure that she was definitely pregnant until she'd missed a few periods and also started to show. Probably also level of denial would definitely be in play. Yeah, I might kind of play with her not knowing, despite the fact I can now see that she does have the eating for 2 moodlet that has popped up overnight, which makes sense. That was a day after the woohoo, and we are in our first trimester. On the plus side, she is not showing at all yet, which is good because that means we have 24 hours, I guess, where we can still go about as normal without running the risk of anybody finding out about the baby. Part of the Poison Garden rules is that she can't have other people know that her kid exists, so basically her paranoia, which she's slightly been tamping down and trying to address by dealing with her past, is going to come back full flare once she knows for sure that she is pregnant. Today she is just thinking about I feel a bit weird, but it's love day, so I'm just going to pretend I don't know what's happening and go about my business as normal and feed my chickens and my cow plant and just do my thing. I don't know why she can't put rubbish in the bin. She always just puts it in a heap on the floor. It's very irritating. Still no hatchable eggs, dang it. Anyway, I think we're just going to have her stay home and take care of her business, sort of to try and re-exert a feeling of control. She probably suspects she might be pregnant, but she's not ready to address that yet. And she's just like, okay, I'm going to focus on the things I know I need to do. I need to like look after myself. I got to take care of my animals because they're what's going to keep me alive through winter again. And I need to stop thinking so much about Strangeville and Erwin and remember why I'm out here. Remember what my mum taught me about taking care of myself and being independent and not relying on anybody else for anything, because especially if she is pregnant, then she's really going to have to rely on herself and keep herself super safe given the dangers of an apocalyptic world. I was hoping we'd be able to harvest the death flower this morning, but you don't get one every day from the splice plant, and today we didn't get one. Erwin is calling, he wants to come hang out. Well, number one, you can't come over here, you know that. And number two, we need a little bit of space. Also, it's not even 9 a.m, like, dude, chill out. I'm not sure by what mythology phones still work in this environment, but we're just going to lean into it. And we have unlocked the outdoorsy lifestyle. Took long enough. My screen for this is like super glitched. You can't see the ones you actually have active. They're still grayed out, but we will now get more benefits from working outside, which is awesome because Eden spends most of her life working outside. I do feel like I'm finally starting to make some proper progress with this challenge. Like, I'm almost done with the aspiration. The pregnancy kind of helps in a sense because we need to have a child to continue the challenge, and it's happened on its own rather than me having to manufacture the right moment, which there kind of never would be. And Erwin, seriously? No, you can't come over and watch a movie. We don't have a TV. And also just back off. Honestly, this day turned into, and I have made a supercut of it because nothing else happened. Owen wants to come and hang out. Is this okay? This is 12 noon. He called at 9. He called at 10. He called at 12 noon. We just started ignoring his calls at one point. You ready for it? And at 2:45, he calls again. A different Eden has asked me on a date. Should I say yes? I don't know. What do you think? We did woo-woos like one day ago, but I guess if you need another woman, what are we to say? We're just staggering off to go pee in the bush, but I don't think we're gonna make it. Ugh, not a nice day for Eden. She's just peeing herself round the back. And Owen is calling again. 6:45. Do we want to go to the Spice Festival? And at 7:56, he wants to come over and celebrate the holidays with us. But this is all just one giant red flag behaviour. Eden is already definitely feeling edgy. She's definitely feeling like she's maybe been overly trustful. She's taken things too far. She's put herself at risk. And now he will not leave her alone. Why is he so interested in you, Eden? Is he realising something about your past? I think her mind would definitely be spinning. My mind is definitely spinning. I have never had a sim be this persistent before, especially having been so unpersistent previously. And I don't know if just the game is compensating for the fact that he is the only person she knows, but I think we will pick that up in the next episode. I'll see you then. Bye!